Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of my Banished playthrough. So last time I decided that I'm going to make this into sort of more of an industrial region. Not going to be exclusively industrial, just this sort of main section with the trading post, the quarry and the mine and all that kind of stuff. I like to have things sectioned out, as you probably know from the previous ones. This is going to be more of a sort of, I don't know, town centre-y food production region. This over here is definitely a hardcore food production region, especially with this gatherer here storming through stuff, and also kind of sort of sustainable forestry. I like the sound of that. We need to get more stone, so we definitely need this to be built. So they're building this, which is the wrong one at the moment, and we've run out of stone already. So we need to get stone from somewhere. If we pause that, we'll make them collect all this stone that's over here. Right, so you guys can collect that. What's going to happen is there's going to be a stockpile. How big can stockpiles be? 10 by 10, isn't it, I think? Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that here, will we? No, we will not, because it won't let us. Alright, 10 by 10 stockpile there, so hopefully they'll pull that stone and they'll move that there instead. I'm having trouble clicking stuff on this. It seems to be not registering my clicks so well. Is that something that's new in the game? Is that like a bug? I keep clicking it and it's not doing anything. But yeah, once we get this built, it'll be a lot better because we can just get a stone in and it'll all be good. Wait, so count 200. So how much do they... So we sell firewood for 4. So there we've got 800 value. So that's not too bad. I mean, if someone comes down, they want to buy some chickens or something, we need to get a bit more in there, but we're doing okay for sort of starters. So corn's actually 1645, or it's been harvested, so it's tons. So I could increase the amount of corn that we have inside there. In fact, I might even just double that. And what I like about this trading post is the fact that nothing goes off. So if I do get a sort of period of time that just sort of goes bad, then there's no real worry because I've got my trading post. I can just empty out all of the food in here into my main storages and everyone's a winner, so to speak. So that's good. I think tools, getting tools in there would be a very nice thing. This isn't really used for anything up here, is it, this one? It's a bit odd really. They should use this for squash. Oh, they are. I think it's just being taken out as quickly as it gets put in, because this one's being used quite a lot. Okay. Well, that's right. I mean, we've got plenty of stuff now that we can trade, especially the tools. 20 of them. That's gonna really help. I wonder if the guy's gonna come through, or what direction he comes through. Does he come through from up there, or does he come through from down here? Not too sure. It doesn't really matter which way he comes. It's going to take equal amounts of time. 40 iron. Ah, it doesn't take stone to make this. Well, that's a blessing in disguise, I suppose. So we just unpause that as well. That's not even available yet to use, is it, the stockpile? 6 labourers. We've got 6 builders. 6 builders who aren't really doing anything at the moment. It might be an idea to get down one of these hunting cabins just down here, just to try and take advantage of a few deer that may be sort of wandering around. In fact, can I see any deer specifically in areas? There's some deer over here. Can't actually see any deer. It's kind of odd really. I thought that there'd be, especially in this forest area, I thought there'd be a few more sort of going around than this, but apparently not. Let's continue the unpausing. Alright, so firewood's doing really well actually. They're quite good on the firewood. We could probably increase that a little bit to 400. Double that as well. That would be good. Logs themselves actually there's just none. stone is lacking as well, but we'll put some people into the quarry and work that. That's nearly finished as well. Let's get them to chop down some of this tree line here. In fact, to tell you what, let's just get rid of the majority of this. Let's just make sure we have a really nice area that we can build from in there. Are these all herbs? Could have had a nice gatherer place in there. Yeah, run out of logs. She's going to run out of logs soon. Plenty of iron, but no logs. Slight problem. We're not going to work this one just yet. We've got quite a lot of iron. We don't really need that working. Stockpile there. Would have been better if it was here, but next to them. But that's can't really help that. Could have had it up here, I suppose. In fact, I could still investigate that. No, it's no good there. It can't really fit in anywhere, can it? A 9x5 or an 8x6. It's all the same sort of region. Could have a 10x5. Not really sure it's 10x5 or 10x10. We'll keep the 10x10 as it is there at the moment. Right, something else that we need that I always neglect is the herbalist. We need the people to be healthy. We've dropped a heart and we've also dropped half a happiness. We're also going to have some people dying soon if we're not careful because of putting that quarry in and getting them working on that. Stuff will, like boulders will fall on them and all them sort of like unforced errors, sort of just things that you can't help. We don't need 6 builders anymore, we only need 3 of them. We've got a huge labour force. They should really be... what are they actually doing at the moment? What are they building? Are they building anything? Hunting cabin, maybe? I suppose if they haven't got any wood, they can't build anything, can they? So let's prioritise the wood. I've really struggled in this game to just manage everything that's going on. Like to make sure that they're prioritised on the right thing. I love the way they sort of had the trek over the mountain when they've got a perfectly good tunnel and road going on here. Definitely does look like the quicker way through though. So the most deer I've seen is here, and this is right next to the village. What are they doing there? Right, that's good. Wood is actually going up now, so this person should be able to sort of kick in and start making some, and also the blacksmith. It should also mean that these 2 things can get built. The herbalist is probably one of the most important things that I've neglected so far. I don't think there's anything else. A tailor we could use, but we haven't got any leather, so we can't use that yet. A tavern, that's just for happiness, isn't it? Ah, the wells. If we have fire, that's going to be issues. 40 stone though for a well. I mean, that is a lot of stone to sort of waste, not waste, but use up. Town hall, chapel or cemetery. Prevents them from becoming sad when their elders die. Does sound quite useful. Provides happiness for the devout and a place to meet and worship. Right, we could do with something like this, but where we're going to put it, I don't know. Put it in the industrial region. Good to see they're using that though, and they're not really... it's one of these things, they don't really get much stone out of the quarry, do they? You need to have like 15 people in there really, I think, to actually make good use of it. Could up it slightly. 6 people in there. Let's get the herbalist working. Actually, no, not the herbalist. Right, you've got plenty of wood in at the moment. That's that prioritise thing does actually do quite well for working, doesn't it? Might as well just prioritise this entire region. Wonder where the trade boat, or when he's going to come down. Oh, here he is. Speaking of the devil. That'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that, actually seeing what he delivers. I tell you what, based on that, it might be good to have a little pasture somewhere ready for him. Again, where do we go? These mountains cause a big issue. We've got like really enclosed areas around here. Can't put it in here. Can I put one in across there? Can't be placed there. Little pasture here maybe? Little 20 by 8 pasture. It's not really perfect place, is it? I mean, after spring we couldn't just neglect him for now, the trader, if he is indeed going to be doing some sort of animal trading. But we could, after spring, get rid of one of these farms, turn it into a pasture, rotate the crops round, make sure we're doing... Probably get rid of this one and turn that into a pasture because it's a smaller one. What is he going to be doing? Chestnut seeds. Do we have it? We don't have an orchard or anything yet, do we? They cost 2,500. We can't actually afford that at the moment because he doesn't want any of our corn and stuff, which is a bit of a shame. How does this work? Don't do a custom order, it costs a bit more, plus I don't really like seeds too much. Right, let's dismiss him as quickly as we can to bring out the next one. How's this going here? Right, hunting cabin's up. Let's put some people in it. Yeah, I've got sort of fairly good hopes for the hunting cabin, to be honest. I think it could do quite well, especially with the leather. Need to get this herbalist up and running. How's this doing over here? Not too bad. It's not caught up yet to the sort of the glory of this one. This one is absolutely amazing. Not the best season, but I've seen better, but it's still good. Food. Well, I mean, food. That's good. I mean, because we're going to get this. Sort of maybe, hopefully, we're going to get like 1,500 in, roughly, from each of these. Well, that wasn't a very good year. We've clearly farmed that too much. So yeah, we'll definitely, after this season, we'll get rid of that, put pasture in there, ready for some animals, and hopefully that will help out quite a lot. How's this going now? 18 stone. It doesn't do very well, does it? I've got all this wood still to chop down. There's tons of deer around here. This should have been where I had my hunting cabin. That's cutting down, and that is also cutting down. This is planting up really nicely, actually. This one probably could have done with some more planting. This guy is going round. Is he the cutter? The forester? Where is he? Yeah. So he's the one going around chopping all the trees down. So I'm pausing. How much do these actually get? So you got 25 last season, 12 so far this season, and 54 and 23. So I mean, it's not a lot really when you consider how expensive some of the buildings actually are for this stuff. But it's not too bad overall. I mean, for the sustainability of it, it's pretty good. Eventually, I think if we don't build this area up tons and tons, we might actually use this area, like reforest it again. But before any of that, I think we do definitely want to get some houses in. Let's try and take up as little space as we possibly can. If we get 3 houses up there, that should hopefully be enough for the people on here. So that's what, 6, 7. We haven't got anyone on there yet, but we will. I mean, that'll be enough for now for these two objects. Let's just have a quick look at where the paths are. Right, so these people, yeah, this is the problem. They've got to walk quite a long way. That one doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, see, everyone, that's pretty good. I mean, that's alright. I mean, we could get some houses down there actually, which would then be catering for them. Although once people live in there, they won't have to come from here, so these will probably work for the blacksmith and the woodcutter. Ah, of course, we need some houses over here as well. Let's do that. We'll keep them paused for now. 1, 2, 3. We'll pause them for now, just so we know they're there. Because we don't want people to be walking too far. When people walk far is when we start getting issues. I've realised this from my last playthrough, when it all went a bit wrong. It's kind of because everyone was just travelling for miles all the time. I mean, based on that assumption, we probably should have another one of these storage barns over here next to this gatherer hut, so she's not walking about 20 miles down there. If we're going to do that though, we will need to have a marketplace. Trouble with the marketplace though, if anyone can let me know this, I'll be very grateful. Does this need to be within the storage barn region, or just the region where the houses are? I'm not sure what the parameters are for that. Right, let's up the tools. In fact, that's probably a thing that's probably removing the amount of stored logs down. But I think I might wind this video down here, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more, please let me know. And just, well, thank you just for the general support, comments, likes and everything else that you've put in on the channel. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. I think we will gradually die in here from poisoning though, maybe. Do the old finishing attack.
You know what I mean. This is what we've trained for.